week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Panthers and the Texans, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup here in Week 3 between the Carolina Panthers and the Houston Texans. And Charles Davis with you, and now we sit CD at Week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Here we go.
Throwing to start here is Tua. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up 4 and 2 more. Well, glad he sniffed that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
Love the description because diagnosed is perfect on that. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you're not trying to defend on 3rd down. I like to go those nickel set packages, don't they?
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he runs in just inside the 20. kick is indeed good, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off, but a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And they're going to get another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 17-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. From the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Pierce. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The pass run got 6, now 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Jordan. Touchdown. Braylon Jordan. Touchdown. And the Texans have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, pulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 10, Tua. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away. Incomplete. They face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
He's got the connection to Moore. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Now here's Pollard. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Tony Pollard, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers are once again back in front.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. They'll set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
A run for Pierce out of the gun.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, he certainly did. Nice job taking both of them down.
Texans passing game in with the run now, picking up another first. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there, but it's 2nd and 9.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. 12-yard touchdown run as his guys have now moved out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. And they're able to show the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Derek Stingley on the covers there defensively. 4th down, out comes the corner, Drew Chrisman. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
It's caught downfield by Mechie.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that from the defensive perspective. That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And Big Fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, second.
Going for it with Pierce.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On fourth down, they're going to try the jet sweep. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
Let's put 6 on the board, fellas.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Garrett.
Set to take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Pollard going to try the right side. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Fourth down, Drew Chrisman on the punt.
fielded just inside the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And controlling the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through. Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina, and they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Texans, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both of these coaching staffs with some big decisions to make coming up as the preseason draws to a close. This second half is going to be filled with a lot of evaluation. And to bring it your way, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half.
For the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Quickly out wide to Mechie. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Out of the gun now on third down.
He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers 35. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 4 that time, and it's good enough for a Houston first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now back to throw. Open man there is Collins, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the end. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble. All is well. First down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Romeo Doubs. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small magical spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to pass. Tua swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just a 2nd catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe.
And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on in this third quarter of play. Back now in Houston. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 15. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return.
And the Texans will take over.
And now out comes Houston. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
That pass underneath for Fournette.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. But with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Carpenter. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Carpenter. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Sliding out of the pocket.
It's Jackson again on the reception. And he's going to help the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Does a nice job there defensively being able to diagnose the touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread the fields wide enough to actually see the result.
Back to throw here. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Wagner. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down. Wagner throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On 4th down, Carpenter. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Panthers will get the football back. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him be too much.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now the throw on 3rd down, yanked away and incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. Touchdown, Carolina! When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put an end to this thing. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Carpenter out of his hands quick to Jackson. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Good pick up there, 26 yards. Back to throw. Carpenter. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Losing 3 yards now. The play is handled into the 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Carpenter. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. Very clean game.